To make the motor mount, I have this is the template for this piece, and I've just taped the template down to a piece of plywood, 1/8 inch or so. And now there's the kind of what I've marked out to cut out with lightning holes. And then, so I'm going to cut this out, and then the motor will be able to mount on that. Here's the motor mount. I cut it out, and I put a hole in the center of where the motor is going to go. Here's my motor. So what I'm going to do is make sure that it can sit, and then I'm going to take the X mount off, clamp it down, and then drill the 4 holes. Clamp it down, mark it, and drill the 4 holes. Here's the almost completed motor mount. There are the 4 holes to mount the motor. There's the middle hole for the motor shaft. So, to mount the motor, I'm using these blind nuts, 4 of those, and some little 440 screws. Here's a motor assembly ready to install. Blind nuts in the back, motor on the front. That will just go on there and glue that on with epoxy. So here's, we got the motor epoxied on. It's clamped and taped. Right. So that's pretty much it for the motor installation. When I come back, have the speed control installed, and we'll actually be close to getting ready to stick this. Actually, right now, before we do that, we can install the bottom piece that we prepared earlier. So glue on our motor mount dried. Looks good. Nice and strong. Now here's the piece we prepared earlier. It has the 2 creases. So this will be installed on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is spray kicker on this part, and then put CA here and there. So this is glued here, and then I glued the back here. And that's all done with kicker and CA. And now what I'm going to do is this front part, I'm going to fold this up, glue that, and then glue it to this piece and this side of the fuselage. Here's my speed control mounting. So, got this finished. Speed control is mounted just with Velcro. And I cut a slot in here so the wires could sit through there. And 50 amp speed control with Dean's plug. Can get this top piece installed. This one shouldn't be any problem installing it, just like all the other pieces. We've got the speed control installed, got the receiver picked out, Futaba 8 channel, got the Park 480 installed with the test prop. And I got this piece installed, and I got the rudder and elevator servos installed. So we can power it up. We have elevator, the rudder, and then throttle. So that all looks good. Center of gravity looks good. Planning on putting the battery about like that. So now I'm going to make the linkages for these 2 servos. This is looking really good. We got the push rods installed, hooked up to the servos, servo wires going to the receiver. And I use these flexible push rods. They're made by Dubrow. There's a tube and then a smaller tube inside, and then the smaller tube, and then you can bend them however you want. If you can see, they're bent, and that one's bent out. They're bent, and you can glue on the red tube, and then this one moves freely inside, so their control surfaces still move. And I've never used those before, and I gotta say that I really like them. So that's it for this video, I guess. Video number 3, I think. So, So I had to cut a slot here in the side of the fuselage for the elevator push rod, and on the other fuselage side I made this slot so that the rudder servo or the rudder push rod can fit. And so that's it for this video again. So next video, install the other fuselage side, get some wings on it, and we're pretty much ready to go. Real quick here, I just temporarily installed the wings in the other fuse half, and so that's pretty much what the airframe will look like. In here, see the wings go together, we can see the servos. Battery will probably go right around this area, so just wanted to show you that. And you can see how the rudder servo hole, so you can, that push rod doesn't bind or anything. So now that's actually it for this video.